You there, Al?
I'm here, Dave.
Okay, good.
David?
David, can you hear us?
Yeah, how are you?
And Al, can you hear us?
You gotta, yeah, you speak up a little bit.
Okay. You're
Hello?
Yeah, we can.
Hello? Yeah, Al, can you hear us? I can. Okay, Tony, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you very well. So you're coming through very, as they say, loud and clear, very loud.
Perfect.
No, it's okay.
Terrific.
Not a problem. So the question is, since you're participating by phone, you are still the chairman. Do you want to call the meeting to order and run the program from where you are?
If you think that's appropriate, I can.
Okay. So you just
So,
follow the.
so we're going to, I guess we're going to call the meeting. Is everyone present?
Yes. Everyone's present that's coming. And you have 4 members here, 2 by telephone communication, and 2 present.
Okay. So I guess we'll call the meeting to order. The Middlesex County Board of Ethics, and I guess we should do the pledge of allegiance to the flag.
Okay, we're standing.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll just indicate for the record, if you don't have any problems, Mr. Chairman, that notice of the meeting has been, notice of the Open Public Meetings Act has been complied with and should be entered into the records. It's been complied with by publication in the Home Tribune, a publication posting in the Office of the Clerk of Middlesex County, and by copies of the agenda, copies of the meeting notification being sent to all board members.
Thank you.
So,
This we have a roll call.
Bridget, you call.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
David Himmelman?
Present.
Albert Musiker?
Speaking, present.
Robert Cedar?
Here.
Daniel Frankel?
Present.
And Council?
Present.
Very good. Okay, now under old business, I think we have the approval of the minutes from the last meeting. Do I have a motion to entertain approval of those minutes? And that would be for the reorganization meeting of January 26th.
So.
So I'll second that. I'll second that.
You have 2 seconds.
Fine, I'll second it, fine. Do we have a roll call? Are there any other,
All in favor?
any other motions? No, fine. We need a roll call on the motion to approve the minutes?
All in favor?
Aye. The minutes are approved.
Okay, very good. Next item, we have the issue concerning the complaint that has been filed by Charles Clavicle, and I understand that you have prepared a memorandum on that, which I think all the members have received, and so I understand that your memorandum has dealt with the complaint that has been filed by Mr. Clavicle, and Mr. Vidal, if you want to just describe what our next process would be and how we handle it going forward.
Sure, I'll do that, Mr. Moon. Just for the record, because there is some, I'll call it reverb, for lack of a better word. The sound system is a little less than perfect. So you indicated that we complaint had been received from Mr. Clavicle, that had been assigned to my office for investigation, and I have prepared a report. And if you don't have any objection, it's a very short report. I'll read it into the record. All the board members already have a copy of the report, and then we can have discussion on it, and the board can speak its pleasure. arises out of a complaint by Charles Cradible against freeholder Carol Barrett. The complaint asserts that the vote by Carol Barrett to extend the lease agreement with the County of Middlesex and the Benevolent Fraternal Order of Elks located on Livingston Avenue in Brunswick, New Jersey violates the County Code of Ethics by reason of her membership in the Elks. The complaint further alleges that there's a violation of the Code of Ethics Section 5, which is the General Section Code. The County Code of Ethics contains standards for application to its officers or employees who are employees of the County of Middlesex. Clearly, freeholder Barrett falls within the pertinent code. Section 5.01 of the code provides in pertinent part that a county officer or employee shall not have an interest in an organization, quote, or engage in a business transaction, end quote, which is in substantial conflict with the proper discharge of his or her duties in the public interest. Section 5.3 further provides that no officer or employee shall act in regard to the business organization in which he or she has, quote, a personal involvement, end quote, that, quote, might reasonably be expected to impair his or her objectivity or independence or judgment, close quotes. The investigation which I conducted confirmed that freeholder Barrett is certainly a member of the Elks. She doesn't hold an office. She's not an employee. She is basically a member of a nonprofit organization, which is a social organization. The Code of Ethics also provides in Section 5.01 that no officer, and I'm adding no employee, shall be in conflict with any of the provisions if, by reason of his or her participation in the enactment of an ordinance or resolution, quote, no material or monetary gain accrues to him or her, end quote, to any greater extent than any gain could reasonably be expected to accrue to any other member of such group. In my opinion and my recommendation to the board, the accusation in violation of the code by Mr. Cradible falls within the application of Section 5.09, which bears upon membership of freeholder Barrett in a social nonprofit organization, which should receive no other personal benefit apart from what might reasonably be expected to accrue to any other member of the organization. As a result of my investigation, it's my recommendation that the complaint be dismissed as frivolous and without any basis, and it's recommended that the board adopt a resolution to that effect. And public discussion by the board members.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Does anyone have any questions of council on this investigative report? I don't have any.
You wanted to know if anyone had any questions of me? I think I have a very good accent here, so it works with machines too.
So, Mr. Miller, so do I understand then, based upon your investigative report, that you've determined that there's no violation of the county code of ethics and there's no material monetary gain to the freeholder, and your recommendation is that the complaint should be dismissed and the board should, if they accept your investigative report, should adopt a resolution confirming the same. Is that my understanding?
That's correct.
What's that?
I said that's correct. Now, I guess if anyone has any questions about the report itself, I basically took the facts that were pretty self-evident from the complaint and just held them up to the ordinance. And the ordinance basically has, if you will, a provision that speaks to this in terms of special benefit as opposed to the appearance of a benefit. And in my opinion, it falls within that exception, and consequently there's no basis for the complaint.
Okay. Does anyone on the board have any further questions? Are we satisfied with this report? And if so, I don't know, is anybody from the public there?
Mr. Cradible is in attendance.
Okay. That's fine. I don't believe we have a resolution that's been drafted, correct?
No, I did not draft the resolution, depending upon what the board might determine its decision to be with respect to the report.
Correct. Does anyone, based upon Mr. Miller's report and his findings, do I have a motion as to how to deal with this complaint and the acceptance of Mr. Miller's investigative report?
I make a motion that the board adopts a resolution dismissing the complaint in accordance with our attorney's report.
Yeah, okay. I'll second that. Okay, thank you. I guess we could have a roll call on that.
Well, is there any discussion on it, on the resolution? If not, then you can have a roll call.
I don't have any discussion, but
Okay.
Musiker,
Aye.
David Himmelman,
Yes.
Daniel Frankel,
Yes.
Robert Cedar.
Yes. Okay, the resolution passes. I think that was the only item under old business, I guess. Next consideration, is there any new business?
Let me do that. Will you prepare a resolution for next?
I will, I'll prepare a
Our next
resolution.
meeting?
I'll
Thank you.
prepare a resolution incorporating the action of the board for its consideration at its next meeting, whenever that gets scheduled.
Okay, that's very good.
You-
There being no further old business, is there any new business or, I'm sorry.
I was just going to indicate that if there's no, we'll go through the agenda. If there's no new business or correspondence, that should be reflected in the minutes. If there's no further new business or correspondence, Mr. Cradible is gesturing that I think he wants to make a comment. There's no public portion revealed on the agenda, but obviously there'll be a public portion. It's just a question as to whether you want to do that at this point or at some point later in the meeting.
Why don't we, so I was just going to, we will allow him to speak. Let me just get through. So I presume there's no new business or correspondence, correct?
I think that's correct. By the silence, that's correct.
Okay. Why don't we open it up to the public? If Mr. Crowell wants to speak, why don't we let him do that now? So maybe call up.
Good evening, good afternoon, members of the board. Can everybody hear me on the telephone?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. I'd like to start by saying thank you for considering my complaint, and I will review the finding, and I do respect it. I want to encourage the board to be more proactive. I think that the board only has 3 meetings scheduled for this year, and the fact that only 2 members are physically able to make it to this one indicates that the timing of the meeting is not good. That perhaps, like other boards, the meeting should be held in the evenings when people's schedules are more likely to allow it, when traffic and parking congestion in downtown New Brunswick is not so severe, and that, quite frankly, you may want to consider having more than 3 meetings per year. This particular way of doing it with the telephonic involvement has proven to be very hard, and myself and the board members expressed that it was hard to hear and understand what was going on, and I think that we can do better. So perhaps scheduling your December meeting for a more reasonable time, even 5 o'clock or 5:30 would probably enable more people to attend and more board members to attend. So I hope you'll take that suggestion under consideration and consider that again next year as well when you pick your meeting schedule. The last point that I wanted to raise is that the board should be proactive to the point of undertaking its own investigations when there's information that suggests there's been violations of the county's code of ethics. And so I wanted to draw your attention to an article that appears in this newspaper here. It's full disclosure, I'm the editor of New Brunswick Today. We're a community newspaper based in New Brunswick. We're proud to be the only bilingual newspaper in the area. And the article is titled, "Middlesex County Prosecutor Hides His Wife's Role at Politically Connected Firm," and it deals with the financial disclosure statements filed by County Prosecutor Andrew Carey. So I would encourage the board members, I do have copies for you, for the members who are physically here. The article is available for free in print and online, and I would encourage the board members to review it and consider undertaking an investigation into Prosecutor Andrew Carey's compliance with the requirements of the local government ethics law and the Middlesex County Code of Ethics. And with that, I will leave you. Thank you again for considering my complaint.
Thank you, Mr. Crabapple, and we will take your comments under advisement. Is there any members of the public still there?
No.
Or is that it?
No, that's Mr. Crowell is the only member of the public that's present.
Okay, thank you. Is there any additional action by the board, any additional comments or questions that any of the board members would like to make at this time?
No.
Okay, that being the case, I will accept the motion for adjournment of the meeting.
I second it.
We need a motion.
Motion that we end the meeting at this time.
Okay, do I have a second? I'll second. Roll call, please.
David Himmelman,
Yes.
Albert Musiker,
Yes.
Daniel Frankel,
Yes.
Robert Seaver,
Yes.
Anthony Vignola.
Yeah, right. We don't know. I want to thank all the members of the board. We apologize and thank you for holding up myself with telephonic participation. Unfortunately, I had a personal issue I had to deal with and didn't want to adjourn the meeting, so I thank you very much for that. And Bridget, I will circle back to you shortly on our agenda for the next meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a great day, everyone.
You too. Bye now.
Okay, bye.